Hi, this is Justin Whitaker for justinmwhitaker.com, and you're listening to the LaundryTime podcast. So, it's that time of week again. It's time to do laundry. A little bit more delayed this week because as you can hear, I have an awful cold. I'm just starting to get over it, but still feeling like I've been chewed up and spit out. And the timing couldn't be worse because this week is the Social User Conference 2011 here in Boston. So everyone is here. All the social media, marketing thought leaders, the entire Radiant 6 crew is here. So there's a lot of meetings and parties and get-togethers, and I can't attend any of it because I'm at home trying to nurse myself back to health. Oh well, I guess there's always next time. And actually, what I wanted to talk about was social media a little bit, because I've been thinking about it as sort of as a new silo in a way, because it seems to be that a lot of the larger companies, the enterprise level, Fortune 1000 types, are figuring out how to turn social media into a process where it just becomes another marketing channel for them. And I'm not quite sure that's necessarily a good thing, because I think that we're entering into an era of nuanced business. So let me backtrack and explain. If you're in marketing, you see everything as a marketing problem. If your company is failing, your product is failing, throw more marketing at the problem. If you're in public relations, you do the same thing. You see everything as a public relations problem. The finance guys always see every business problem as a finance problem. So if there's something going wrong with a product or business, you cut costs somehow or reallocate your capital away from projects that aren't working into the boring cash cow businesses that continue to generate money. In some senses, I think social media is sort of entering into the same thing, because increasingly you get this sense that a lot of the social media bloggers, the experts, the gurus, are sort of saying, well, if your business isn't doing well, then what you really need to do is engage your customers. You need to join the conversation. You need to, tap into the groundswell. And I don't know, whatever the current phrase is at the moment. I'm sure you've heard them all. I'm not going to repeat every social media cliche that's out there. But it sort of seems to me that this is just the siloization of business 2.0. The old saying that if all you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail is completely true. If all you have is a social media toolkit, then everything is a social media problem. If all you have is a marketing toolkit, then everything looks like a marketing problem. Same thing with finance. If all you have is a spreadsheet, then you try to shoehorn every problem into the spreadsheet, crunch the numbers, and look to see, if your formula can solve the problem. Business is more nuanced than that. You can't keep looking at everything as a single toolkit will actually solve every business problem, because it doesn't work that way anymore. Increasingly, business is nuanced. The difference between Macy's, which is closing stores here in Massachusetts, and say Zappos, is a nuance, the customer service nuance. They do customer service better than the folks at your typical Macy's do. So Zappos continues to grow and gets bought out by Amazon, and Macy's has to close stores because they're having trouble, making the revenue model work. Profit, sustainability, revenue, and longevity are all in the nuances now. The little tweaks and tricks that differentiate a great product or service from the mediocre one is what's defining the winners versus the losers now. So I think in a lot of ways, we're in an era of nuanced business. So what I have to say to the people that have specific toolkits is, if you're not helping people figure out where the nuances are, where they can grow their business, if you're not figuring out where the niches are that you can help apply your toolkit and other people's toolkits to help grow a business or help start a business, then exactly what are you doing? You need to broaden your toolkit, break open out of the silos, and start looking for the areas that make you uncomfortable, because that's where increasingly the profit and the growth and the really interesting stuff is going to be. So that's what I have for this week. I hope that my voice is at least somewhat listenable. I'll take a listen and see how it came out. I'll probably post this later in the afternoon if it turned out okay. Well, once again, this is Justin Whitaker for JustinMWhitaker.com, and this has been Laundry Time for the week. I'll catch you next week, and thanks for listening.